What's up, guys? It's Paladin Null. I'm here with my friend CPQ.
I don't
And we have entirely too much headroom. And welcome back to some more Persona 5.
I got my hair.
You get your hair done. It's all fancy and red now.
Okay.
I love. Yes, she does have a personality. She doesn't show it around the store because she's never made
CPQ has a headcanon that she is in fact in love with
She's
Aqua.
been infatuated with Aqua ever since she met Aqua that first time. Ever since Aqua came and she gave her that magical power.
Fair, yeah, the rite of ascension or whatever they call it.
And infatuated.
These enemies are not making this easy. There we go. Go, 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 go. Ah, they hit me anyway, which means we're in the danger zone.
Surrounded by shadow. You're surrounded. 3 enemies.
Enterafu is not good. Cyodyne, the technical.
That was awesome, Mona. Too bad. That was awesome, Mona.
That's right, he starts a fight with the ability to fucking dodge.
We're evenly matched here. Just don't let your guard down.
Let's just run. Because I can use my run ability.
Follow Joker's lead.
You know how we've never really had to deal with alert in this entire game? Because we don't run from fights. Every time that you run from a fight, the alert level goes up a little bit. It's not the end of the world. I'll start lowering it by doing some of these rooms. Yeah. Hopefully ambushing enemies and stopping them there. Horror booty. Oh boy.
Hey, look at this.
Indeed.
I'm alive. I've been playing Code Vein a lot recently. That's like anime Dark Souls, right? Code Vein is anime Dark Souls. Let it be known. I can't get through that room, so I have to go through this hallway over here.
On the other side?
Can't run any faster as a mouse. I also can't snap to corners either. Go!
I'll reveal your true form.
Gun! Look at Haru! She has, because she's a rocket launcher, so she's like this every shot. We haven't met these guys yet.
It should be easy if we stay focused.
Look at the booty.
It's got a booty shake and a head tilt. It's actually a husky.
Perfect. Perfect.
It knows Zeodyne and Maziodyne, so we don't need to smack it with my abilities. I need to hit it with.
Let's go.
A lion that twerks. This one. Can I see that? So this one's timid.
It should be easy if we stay
They're both
focused.
timid, yes. Heavy curse damage to one foe. Weak to curse. Aha.
Nice, Joker. Curse skills will work.
I don't know what level it is though. Oh, it's level 52, so I should be able to catch it.
Right on their feet. Give it up. Nice, Joker.
Lend me your power. You are, then you should understand me, right? I wasn't really trying this time, you know? Ah, it's a shame. If I had taken this seriously from the start, I wouldn't be in this sorry state. Making excuses? You distracted from finishing me off? Guess we may as well talk then calmly. I'm aware you're a minor, but I would love to leisurely talk over drinks. It's cliche, but we could chat about life and ask each other things like what kind of girls we like. I like men. See, I think you'll be facing some challenges, but some things will be easier. There we go.
Yay.
Erong.
Love him.
We haven't done that in a while, an actual, like, sit-down talk with the Persona.
Oh
Stock is full. Who do I get rid of? Not Pazuzu. Pazuzu stays forever. Who the heck is this? I don't give a shit about this man.
Fuck that guy.
I don't give a shit about this man.
You've got a new mask, Joker.
Man, I gotta say something. I hope it don't sound ridiculous. Looks like he could be walking down the street and I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I can't remember the final words she said because it sounds so non-committal.
It sounds good, but it just I wouldn't.
Yeah. I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't know what to do. I think is what she says. She's like, I wouldn't know what to do. Or something like that.
I would think.
Alright, hold on. There's a mouse hole. Let's see. This should let me out. Hold on. I was waiting for him to not be facing me.
Careful. I'll reveal
Nope.
your true
Mine.
form.
Zesty likes men confirmed. Actually, no, he likes older women. That's why we're dating our teacher.
Your opponent is strong.
We don't know anything about his light or dark defense. I think he was not, like, I don't think he was actually able to be hurt by, like,
Your opponent is
anything.
strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Let's Megaton raid him.
Not bad. Persona. Ravage them.
He had a wind, light, and dark. I'll use wind when we get around to, yeah. I wish that was for the whole party. Petricorn. I could block physical attacks from a single opponent. Or from a single...
It's still alive.
Yeah, it would be, or it would be like, it would be something very similar to Mont Petricorn if it isn't exactly that. You knew the ability. Got rid of it.
You should have done it.
No. Mabu Fudine should be fine. Honestly, I don't think anybody in the party is...
Mona's frozen. He can't move.
Neopets?
Yeah. I put it on
Your opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
I know that it's. I know it's strange, but I have to.
Satan!
Crit? Yeah, crit.
Sure showed me.
Time for some pain.
Beat him up.
Congratulations on 50 episodes of Persona 5. Yeah, today's episode 50. Yeah,
Mona's health is low.
it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We'll get a chance to go again before he does. To Fortuna. The wheel in the middle of your chest might be a bit difficult. Though, not, I bet not impossible. Oh yeah, the... Do I have anything that does light damage that isn't the insta-kill kind? Because he does insta-kill. He does. Kogon.
You're
Kogon.
mine.
He blocks light damage. Great.
Shall we?
Sorry.
Thank you so much.
How does she digest food and shit with a wheel in her stomach? The wheel is actually her lower intestine. And it's just been reformed into a wheel shape. They carved out the unneeded bits. Understandable. Have a nice nightmare.
What a move.
Okay.
Done?
My work today was not terrible, but I also didn't... Wait, smoke onto it. Go! But I also didn't have to do, like, a whole lot of, like, real hard work today. It was just receiving things. This is also why, like, I was just like, alright, I kind of have to go because it's not going to be a difficult day at work, and I'm the only person who knows how to receive those, receive that truck. I'm like the only person in the store that can receive that truck
I'll reveal your
regularly.
true form.
I just realized this entire time that your voice was,
Tiny.
yeah,
Quiet.
nobody would have been able to hear you, I think, like,
That's-
the entire time.
Very disappointing.
I am sorry, but I caught it.
You did.
I caught it 10 minutes in.
You did. Which is better than catching it while you're trying to edit.
yeah, trying to find it, and then I go, why can't I? Oh,
Skill
right.
might do it.
He's weak to wind
Oh, he's so
and
cute.
Kill here.
Oh, he's
weak
so
to, He's weak
cute.
to wind and dark, and she is weak
Skill
to.
might do it.
Persona,
dark.
gotta catch them all.
I made a song like that about Persona 3.
Amazing. Sing it. Do you remember it?
Let's see here. I wanna. I think it was literally the first bit of it was horiest because you're literally doing social links. So it was like, I wanna be the horiest, like no one ever was. Dun 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 dun. To fuse them is my real quest. To link them is my cause. Social links. No.
Aw, you're
I will
such a
travel
nerd.
up Tartarus because Tartarus is the only dungeon in that game. Searching far and wide. Bum 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 bum. What was it? It was Persona cards or like.
Tarot cards?
Because they're not tarot cards. It's in that game. The personas aren't masks; they're cards.
Okay.
Oh, shuffle time starts. That's what it was. Because shuffle time is what happens whenever you're going to get a persona card. Shuffle time starts. I always get the best persona cards. Persona, gotta fuse them all. And then I was like, up social links. The arcade will make you think. Persona, oh, and apathy is the thing we must defeat. Persona, gotta fuse them. Or it was like,
Gotta fuse them all.
or it was the Velvet Room. The first one was Persona, ooh, the Velvet Room. The music is so damn good. Persona, oh yeah, okay.
I love it.
Up social links. The arcade will make you think. Get your ass to GeckoCon. Persona, gotta fuse them all. Gotta fuse them all. Persona.
Oh, what a cute little nerd. You're my favorite nerd.
GeckoCon is the name of the high school in Persona 3.
Okay.
So here we go. That's my Persona 3 song.
6-hour shifts. It's gonna be amazing. I don't know if I can do too many 8-hour shifts anymore in a row.
How's this? Next time.
You know you're tired of your job when like a short shift feels like a day off.
On the floor.
Yeah, it's not the best, really. This should just kill both, yeah.
Because like,
Good work,
I
everyone.
understand, a full-time job, you work 5 8-hour days a week. But like, I worked 4 8-hour days, got 1 day off, and then I'm working 4 more days. Now, not all of them are 8-hour days, but like, it's awful.
I
Shadow.
actually don't work 4 8-hour days. I work, ow, fuck. I don't work 4 8-hour days. I work, I like break, it's not good. Okay, but for some reason he didn't do his fucking electric attack. Please don't put Joker to sleep. Okay with this.
This one's weak to psychokinesis.
Psychokinesis. That's a good way to put the psi ability. Escape! Bing! Shig, sparkle, sparkle.
Follow Joker's lead.
But, I typically work, I work 5 days a week. But I work, what is it? I typically work, I work the 40 hours that you're supposed to work for a 40-hour shift for any work, really. But,
I see a shadow.
Pretty
where am
good.
I supposed to be going? Oh. I'm supposed to run back this way.
He's a shadow.
Yeah, she sees this guy at the end of the hall.
Can't hide. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No, it's okay.
Uh-oh. Here comes another.
I see a shadow. Be careful.
Oh, there's one behind me. Oh, there's one behind me. Lamp. Just smack the shit out of it.
With a lamp?
Just
No,
don't let your guard
lamp can also be used as a verb for just hitting somebody over the head with a heavy object. Because the
Kinda
animation
spooky.
is his dagger, but
Yeah.
the animation is dagger, but it looks like he's just got a fucking just big bludgeon
Something.
and just smacks him over the head with it, and that's what starts the fight. Let's try Zeodyne. Nope. Masukunda. Accuracy and evasion down, which is not fun. Gun?
think I need to write my speech for this week's D&D.
Uh-oh, Squirrel's agility is down.
What speech?
My parents deserve to know
Oh,
something.
yeah. About what?
Maybe not everything, but I think I need to just like ease them into a thing or two, you know?
Well, they should probably know about the whole gods thing.
And then I feel like
Skull, what are you doing?
they will help us decide whether or not, you know, normal ass people should know. Because we're definitely not normal ass people.
Yeah, the knowledge that you guys take into every fight is like, you know, not the normal things that you probably should be bringing into a fight like that.
I'm so happy we. Oh wait, we didn't. We didn't even
What?
get to have the stew yet.
Super speed has been lowered.
I'm sure that the party got to have the stew. That the party that stayed behind probably had the stew because they were
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah. That's fair.
Because she definitely went to go recook the stew.
Yeah. After the pillow fight.
Yeah.
Eat this!
This guy fucking sucks. I can't find his weakness.
Defeated. All right.
Losers!
Good work, everyone.
I need more than one long rest before I go to work again tomorrow.
Okay.
Matthew's gonna be there.
Looking good.
I think I'm gonna make a TikTok about working. I think I have several stories. One's gonna be the they're both gonna be the turning around thing. Have you seen the turning around thing?
Mm-mm.
It's like we're the customer service associates, we're the customer service associates, we're the customer service associates. And you turn around once while you say that. And then you tell your story. And then you turn around once and say, we're the customer service associates, we're the customer
Shadow
service
identified.
associates, we're the customer
Awaiting
service
Joker's
associates.
orders.
Tell a second story, do it one more time, tell a third story.
And what is this?
Just like, you just tell shit that's going on. Like, one girl was like, we're the cosplayers, we're the cosplayers, we're the cosplayers, and talked about every single time creepy guys touched her without her permission, took scandalous, like, creepy photos of her without her permission, like, you know, shit like that. Saying how that's not, like, it's basically, it's the new way of spilling tea. On TikTok. Also, a bunch of, oh, she's so pretty.
I could use her,
I
but
could cosplay as her. That's easier.
but in reality, I think my better option here. First off, who's next? Makoto's next. Sorry, Makoto. You are being replaced with Haru.
One of my favorite ones. It's not always bad spilling tea. Sometimes it's like, I went to Christian high school, I went to Christian high school, I went to Christian high school, and like,
Everybody was gay.
yeah, everybody was gay. Like, she walked in on some girls having hardcore lesbian sex in the bathroom, and they had the audacity to look at her like, what are you doing in here? Oh, she's so cute!
And they have the audacity to look at me and not ask me to join them. I don't know a single person that went to a Christian school that didn't end up gay.
At least partly gay. At least a little bit. Maybe at least bi flexible.
Okay. Child's play.
I think that's just.
hetero flexible.
I think that just happens to anybody that goes to a anybody that goes to an all one gender school.
Yeah.
That typically ends up being the case.
Okay.
My favorite stories about girls that went to an all-girls school are the ones where it's like you're just in the hallway and you yell out, does anybody have a tampon? And like 4 girls pull one out. Because like that's that female solidarity you have right there. Because like here's the thing, pads and tampons are ooh, fancy. We're not sponsored.
Would you
Anyway,
like some?
yes, I would like to try some. But my favorite thing is that pads and tampons are super expensive, but I've never met a woman who will not give me one if she has an extra. Because we know that shit sucks.
It's got a nice light flavor to it.
Oh, it is. It's very florally.
Yes.
It shows good. No, that's my latest aesthetic. Of course, I'm drinking a fucking Natty Light seltzer right now because it's 6%. What are you gonna do? Most beers are 5.
Show me your true form.
He just
Man,
fucking
that was a
sprinted.
fucking
That was a long,
Oh, that was a long jump.
fucking long arms
He
McGee
needs
over
to join
here.
the fucking track team. Damn.
Well, I mean, Ryuji has been training him.
That's fair.
If we want to get into it, Ryuji has
We
been
need,
training
we
him.
need to start our own track team. They're not going to let us on. The coach
No,
might, but
no,
the kids won't.
No, the kids made up with us, remember?
Just because they made up with us doesn't mean they like us. There's a difference. There's a difference between not hating and liking.
I can't baton pass with Haru, I forgot. I didn't do that social link yet.
Oops.
Well,
Looks like you gotta do that when you leave.
Megarion. That's definitely one I'm missing, is fucking doing the link with her.
Yeah.
Ice isn't effective on this enemy.
Pretty.
Watch out. We're evenly matched.
Kill him.
Just don't let your guard down.
Goemon! He's weak to ice. I should have guessed that the Birdman would be weak to ice.
Of course. You guys, so we finished Steven Universe. All we have left is the movie.
And then we'll be ready for future.
Yep. Which is probably like what? It's probably gonna be like 6 episodes, maybe.
They said it was like a mini-series.
Yeah, so like 6 episodes.
It's gonna be like the fucking, like, what are they doing now
Yeah.
bit. Like, they're gonna have some plot, but like,
Did you ever see the 2 Chibi episodes they made?
no.
They were really cute. They're just dumb world building things. It's basically like one of them is just like Pearl's like, here's how gems work. Here's how fusion works. Here's blah. It's the first one is just a chibi.
It's the fucking,
It's world
it's
building.
the world of Remnant.
Sure.
It's a, so there was a series, so you remember Ruby, right?
Yes.
Ruby is consistently both praised and panned for, one, how good its world building is, and two, how despite being able to make such a strong and livable world, they completely fucked up being able to do literally anything else with that universe because the story sucks.
I just remembered that there's a Ruby abridged, but it's like 50% off. It's not just a shortened Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
We actually know the girl who plays Weiss.
I was gonna say we know a lot of people that are in it because
Yeah.
it's like
It's our
an-
friends that did it.
it's an actual like, and or not
The
official,
Kruby.
but like
They call them the Kruby.
yeah, it's Kruby, but like it's a big thing in our local area, but it's also like a really, really big thing online.
Your true form.
Supposedly. I've never watched it because I don't watch Ruby because Ruby's bad.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you.
Now just don't.
I mean,
I
we've
hate
never
this
seen
man
free,
so
but
much.
we enjoy 50% off, so we could always try.
Yeah, I mean, I know enough about Ruby that I bet watching the abridged would be great. I think the big difference there, though, is well, it could also make it better. But I was just thinking, like,
Eat this.
The fact
It's
that
a-
it's
it-
written by people we know.
well, no, it's written by people. It's written by people who like the show,
Oh.
that like Ruby.
That's
But
fair.
if anything, that just means that they know where to hit.
I mean, Octopimp saw all of free. I guarantee you multiple times.
I know,
He had
that's-
to put those things
I was
together.
saying, that's what I was just saying is like the whole plot of like you don't have to hit like in fact you probably should love a show if you're gonna make an abridged of it because you know everything good and bad about it and you can highlight the bad.
Yeah. Paladin!
Oh.
I only have a few black socks left.
Do you want to?
I can't find half of them.
Would you like to take the sewing kit and stitch those back in?
I have some at home.
I lend it. Someone finish it.
By a few left, I mean I have several of one sock.
God, how to use skills.
I have several of one sock.
This one. Defense up.
But they're not from like the same pack, so they're not gonna fit the same. So I don't want to wear one of each.
Forgot how to use skills because he's confused because I used headbutt at the beginning of the fight. Status element recovered. Bufudine. Nobody in the party is particularly bothered by that though. We get the kill.
As long as Anne's not there, we're
Just
fine.
like I thought.
Yeah, Anne's the only one that's really worrisome about ice people. New skill.
Ooh,
How should I use this?
Sub recover HP EX.
okay.
That means that at the end of every fight we get 20% of our HP back.
Very
Or
nice.
After battle, 20% of HP recovery for backup allies. So instead of having to like heal up at the end of every fight,
Yeah.
I should let it go. When some of my backup allies are kind of low, switch them out. And then just use those guys and let the backup party, because that's what this is.
Yeah.
1% recovery for backup allies on
Yeah.
SP. 20% HP regeneration though. That's actually really good.
That's really good.
So I can basically like Haru's hurt right now, but instead of wasting mana or wasting stuff, I can actually just come into stats here, take Haru, and switch you out for like Makoto,
Yeah.
who has full health, and take Yusuke and switch him out for
Somebody.
On, I guess.
Let's shoot that one guy again.
I purposefully turned this back on because I'm betting that there is a
Thing.
yeah. I can't open doors for myself though, can I?
So cute though. I was reading through the walkthrough. I was like, the first time you do what now?
Yeah. The first time you turn into a mouse. There it is. I couldn't remember what my third eye button was. It's either left stick. That was a person's foot.
Whole left.
Show me
Go!
true form.
Gun! This is the party that you want a gun with.
Yeah. 100%.
Like a fucking revolver, a Tommy gun, a pistol, and a shotgun. The
It's two
hilarious...
pistols.
Huh?
She's double wielding.
Who is?
Makoto?
Makoto? No, she's only got the one.
Okay.
She-
Okay,
she's
well,
using
she was
it-
holding it like this. I
Yeah,
thought.
just came back, just doing some laundry. No, she holds it like a single action.
Okay, so she just does this.
So yeah, how a single action works is basically, if you want, you can actually fire a single action faster than a double action. Pistols, so what that means is single action is the trigger just drops the hammer. You have to physically pull the hammer back every time.
Okay.
Double action is as you pull the trigger, it pulls the hammer back and releases it in one trigger
Okay.
pull. Most what people call semi-automatic weapons are double action pistols or like you can have a double action revolver, and that's a revolver that pulls itself back. But you can also single action a double action revolver by pulling the hammer back yourself, and it'll still click. And then when you pull the trigger, it fires.
Yeah.
The reason single actions are preferred in a lot of cases are because single action revolvers can actually be fired faster, because if you hold the trigger down, all you have to do is this, and it'll fire again. Most double actions have a lock where you have to fully release and then pull it again. But if you hold the trigger down on a single action, you can just go bam 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 bam. So like you'll see a lot of like 6-shooter like gunmen of the West, quote unquote, that exist now will do single action hip firing, where they will just fire like 5 or 6 times
Yeah,
straight
I've
from
seen
the
that
hip.
happen. I just didn't realize they weren't releasing the.
Yeah, you just
thing.
hold the trigger and you fire 6 times.
Very cool.
Not bad. Let's go.
You can go for a sweet spot. Nice. Joker took one out.
He's alive. Kill. He's irritable, so he's not gonna want to come silently.
All out attack.
God, Makoto's face is terrifying.
Yeah, just the all white and like the glowing
Yes.
yellow eyes.
Terrifying.
Okay.
Like you know she is absolutely here to
She
kick
is
your
here to
ass.
mean- She means business.
I want to open and unlock this door.
Have you been on TikTok or Instagram lately?
Okay.
I was on TikTok recently. Why?
Oh, because I made a really spooky video.
I saw your spooky. Well,
Isn't it terrifying?
I saw the beginning of your spooky video.
You couldn't take it?
I did not want to watch the ending of that spooky video.
Why?
I was spooked.
That's the point.
You know I don't like spook.
But Paladin, I worked so hard on it.
Know that I appreciated the aesthetic for the 3 seconds that I saw, and then I turned it off because it was too spooky for me.
Aww, 3 spooky 5 you.
3 spooky 5 me. That should not be a thing you're sad about. That should be a thing you're proud of. You made something that was genuinely scary.
That's fair. I'm
Because I didn't want to watch it.
That's fair.
It's not that I didn't want to watch it because, oh, whatever. Like, it's, we're fucking whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, I didn't want to watch it because I didn't want to be scared.
I showed it to one of my cashiers today, and a customer overheard me saying, "Hey, do you want to see the spooky video I made last night while I was in my broken doll makeup?"
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Yeah," and the lady was like, "Can I see it?" And she was,
My favorite thing is when customers actually treat you like a person and
Yeah.
like not just an interface for transactions.
yeah.
I have a customer that I helped recently, and she's the greatest customer in the world. She reminds me so much of Chelsea.
Yeah.
But like she walked in earlier today, and she was like, "Oh yeah, thanks for helping us out with that, but I had to come back and get the rest of my shit." She was just like, this customer has no problem saying shit in fucking front of me, because we literally, while I was writing up their furniture order the first time, we sat down and just had a really strong, like, long conversation about building computers.
Yeah.
It was her and her husband, who is a lawyer, but like has friends that build computers and stuff. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I built my computer." And it was like, "Yeah, my little cousin built one, and it was really cool. He sent me the stats. I don't know a whole lot about it, but it runs games really well." And I was like, "Oh yeah, what are the stats? Do you know him?" He's like, "I've got him in a video, like in a thing right here." And his stats were actually like really good stats. They were
Yeah.
like he had an i7. Like one of the
Very
more
nice.
recent generation i7s. He had a, I want to say he had an RTX 2070, which is like a really, really good graphics card. And he was running like, I want to say 12 gigabytes of RAM. But like a decent amount of RAM. Like he was running a really good computer.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is really good. This is a lot better than my computer. And he was like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, I built my computer. And we got into that. We talked about video games for a bit. They were people that were maybe, you know, like a year or two older than us.
Yeah.
And I just sat down and talked to them.
This lady was not several, but a good 10 years older than us. She was like, yeah, my 9-year-old loves scary stuff. And I don't remember what she said he wanted to be for Halloween, but something really scary. And like, she left and I was like, wow, I can't believe a 9-year-old loves scary stuff. But like, then I think about it and I'm like, I started loving horror when I was 9. I fell in love with scary things in the 5th grade when I helped build the haunted house for the fall festival. That's when I fell in love with it. Because I hated scary things when I was little. I would cry and have nightmares from Scooby-Doo.
Not like we're using diorama. Brainbuster. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
They've possessed. Oh, yay, there we go. I was like, they've possessed Zesty.
The fan is the best.
Joker speed lowered.
I want to headbutt this motherfucker.
Skull, what are you doing?
This isn't good.
Uh-oh, Skull's agility is down. The enemy's weak to ice.
I was gonna say, the enemy should no longer have the weakness persistent. Oh, you know what?
No,
Damn it.
answer me.
Motherfucker. I have to go back to the beginning of the game now. Or not game, but you know.
The save.
Beginning
the
of our
stream.
yeah, beginning of the stream, because we've only been to one save room since.
Fuck.
I didn't realize that I was getting killed by her ability to reflect ice. So I just kept using that because I was like,
Yeah.
well, it says he's weak to ice, so he's weak to ice. Like, I don't know what the
Yeah.
problem is.
Every time she reflected it, she reflected all the damage.
Yeah, she reflected the damage, and it stopped me from being able to hit the other guy and get the knockdown.
I'll reveal your true form.
I'll just fucking speedrun my way into where we're going. Huh?
I said speedrun this shit.
Gun! We got to see Haru do the thing again, though.
Yay.
Gunshots are really good here.
Gun, 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 gun.
You can hit their weakness.
Ravage them.
Right on this beat. Nice, Joker.
Come.
Hey, you can go for its
Go
weak
down.
spot.
Go down.
Nice. Joker took one out.
Just stay
Hold up.
there.
All out attack.
They're done for.
So I read more of my book earlier today.
They were no
Yeah.
match for
Yeah,
us.
The sex one?
yeah, the sex one. So not everybody here knows what I'm talking about. I'm part of a book club now, and the book club has interesting themes. Rather than choosing an individual book, you choose a book based on a theme. So the theme could be something like, you know, books based on old men,
Skills that'll hit its weak spot.
like big books where an old man is the main character. And you go, that's an interesting topic. Like, what books have old men as the main character? It's
You
time
gotta
to look
look
around
that
and see. You
stuff
gotta
up, yeah.
find it. You gotta find it. this week's or this month's topic was judge a book by its cover. You do no prior research on the book, and you do not pay attention to the author. You literally just pick up the book and you look at its cover, and based on the cover art and the name of the book, you decide that you want to read which book you want to read. So the book that I ended up starting to read was called The Immortal Swordslinger by Dante King. Oh boy. It's such a bad mix of really, really good world building and really, really shit like sex scenes.
Melee may work, fire will work.
Weak to ice, but these guys reflect ice. They're weak to dark.
Manage an
I thought of a really good theme, and I suggested it to him. He's like, a lot of us do audiobooks. That's a really difficult thing to do.
What was the topic?
The topic was spoilers. You pick up a book, you read the last couple of pages, and then you start the book.
I actually used to do that. I would read the entire last page, and I would go, well, that doesn't make any fucking sense. And then I would read from the beginning. That is a pretty cool,
Theme.
concept, though, yeah.
But he said that since a lot of you do audiobooks, it's going to be really difficult.
Yeah, I do.
Because he says, well, the last minute of it is going to be, thank you for listening to this blankety blank done by blank. Here's a list of all the people that did the voices. And then he made a joke like, Secretary number 2, Zombie Quartet. What? The what now? And I mean, honestly, just saying that would make me want to read the book. Or hear the book.
Was there granny sex in one of those books?
Nice one, Joker.
No, but there was elf
Teacher
sex.
sex. There's teacher sex.
Yeah, there is teacher sex and there's elf sex.
We have teacher sex.
We do not have sex with our teacher.
That's fair. We can't have sex with our teacher.
Oh, he reflects physical.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. Yeah, she's dead.
Noir's been defeated. Can someone heal her? Go.
The beauty beast. She's so cute. And dead.
Oh, the rest of us really didn't need that much healing.
Draft horse still dead.
Yeah, Draft Horse is still dead. Is he actually? No, he has guard. That's right.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
You can go for its weak spot.
I've turned into a fucking dog since I got this hair. For the last 2 days, I've just been doing this. I've turned into a dog.
Beat him up.
But the book is a good book. It's about a character. It's like a. I would describe it as a classic isekai, which is, character gets teleported to another world that,
Man,
has.
I wish we saw her laying on the ground next to Ryuji.
But like, it's a quote-unquote isekai story, which is, character gets teleported to another world story. And the main character is, while a bit incorrigible, is acting like... he arguably makes sense in some ways. He arguably makes sense in some ways, more so than, he's a character who graduated, high school and college really, really early on, and then got a job working for, some mercenary group before getting teleported to the other world, so it helps explain his combat knowledge and his,
Indeed.
it helps explain his combat knowledge and his, not only his combat knowledge, but also his experience with, being really smart and being able to grasp, concepts very quickly. A position hack, that's gonna give us an all-out attack immediately, right? Oh, you know what? I don't have this guy yet.
Beat him up.
Oh, you don't? Yes, you do.
No, because I got him after the...
Oh, right.
Hey!
Perfect.
Join my cause. I made it a lot easier to get him.
You did.
And we got rid of this asshole.
You've got a new mask, Joker.
But then...
Okay.
The world building is really good as far as how they describe how magic works, and the main character, while a bit Gary Stewie, is pretty good overall. the problem I have with the book is every other action slash adventure sequence slash world building sequence. Yeah, we don't have to tell him that Zesty likes men. We can keep our dark secret forever.
Oh, nice. No one else remembers.
But every like good scene is punctuated by an unneeded, unnecessary sex scene with one of the 3 main female characters. It's either your teacher, the spirit of a dragon that lives in your sword, or your brand new female friend from the guild, which is essentially like a Harry Potter-esque school system.
Show me your true
And so, like, it's really... I find myself enjoying it when they're describing things, but the second they stop describing things, I don't want to see it anymore. We also know that there's literally nothing I can do to make this fight any easier, other than if maybe I had any abilities that could stun or otherwise, like, cause him to be messed up. I can also Masuku Kaja to increase our evasion. That's a pretty good move to do. And then on, and Tintarafu. Yep. Move for Dine. Yeah, that's not good.
some other way.
I need to use my turn to switch party members. Oh, I can't switch on while she's fucking down. That's annoying. That's really annoying.
Yeah, it is.
I got a physical ointment from that, though. The diorama.
Thank you.
Babu Fudine. And she's dead.
Out of the way.
Gun!
Don't resist.
We got the hold up.
Slice it to pieces.
You can't have him.
All out attack.
I can, but I don't want him.
That's fair.
He's just an annoying persona because he doesn't have a weakness.
Let's go.
But now nobody in the party's really that bothered by getting hit.
Let's go.
Mind Slice.
Prepare yourself. Surprisingly.
Yeah, we confused him. Awesome.
Yay.
Which means now we can just rush.
Yay.
Because he'll use his turns to throw money at us or do other things.
Yeah.
Yep. Or throw away items.
Now you're pretty good. Let's continue.
Why does it say the chat? Why did it just do the chat is ready to display
I have
messages?
no idea.
I leveled up.
I can now fuse personas up to level 58.
All right.
Holy crapola. That was tough.
Yeah, it was.
I did not mean to do that. Wait, hold on.
Sora.
I was gonna say, I forgot. These were our last couple of videos and screenshots.
Sora. What was the last screenshot of?
The last screenshot was the ending credit screen.
Oh, right.
It probably auto took that screenshot for me.
It does try to do that a lot.
Gotta take on out and switch in, I guess, Ryuji. I'm trying to not use my
Auto recovery.
my auto recovery all that often because it just burns through my SP.
It does. I'm gonna go on another cruise.
I want to go on a cruise eventually.
It's so fun.
See, like you've gone on cruises, but I've hiked mountains.
Yeah, you've also been to Europe, and I've never been to Europe.
Yeah,
I've never
I went
been
to
outside of North America.
It's like I went to Europe. I did. I manned a sailing ship off the coast of Maine. I canoed down the Ozarks. I went kayaking in the Atlantic. But I've never been on a cruise.
I have one thing, you guys. I have
You don't
one
have her skill
thing.
marked. We can manage an instant kill here.
Dark. Okay, so they're weak. So they're both weak to dark. In which case, I should just wail and eventually get to his turn.
You know, like the cool things I think that are cool in my life, like, oh, I've been to the Grand Canyon. Oh, I've
Being
I've
to the
gone
Grand Canyon is
whitewater-
pretty fucking cool.
I've gone whitewater rafting. You've done it. You've done it, and more.
Go down.
Whitewater rapid rafting is fun.
It is so much fun.
Do you know where you went? Did you go on the Okoe or the Nantahala?
I have absolutely no idea.
They're
I
both
was,
fun.
Like 7.
The Nantahala. Well, you probably went on the Nantahala then. If you went in the local area.
Stand a
No,
chance.
it was on our trip out west.
Okay, then you probably did not go on the Okoe or the
I have
Nantahala.
absolutely no idea where we
Your
went.
shadow.
I'll reveal your true
The
form.
Nantahala is like the beginners rapids in the Appalachian area.
Advantage. We're evenly matched here.
I mean, it was a tourist
Don't let your guard
rapids,
down.
so it was definitely a beginner's route.
So, I mean, so is the Nantahala.
Fair. Yeah, but that's what I meant. Like, it was a tourist thing, so it was beginners.
We gotta kill this guy before I have a chance to do his super.
If I knew their affinity.
We didn't get to go
Their weakness.
floating this year.
We did not go floating this year.
Maybe not.
I was busy with
Work.
work and not being poor.
Yeah.
Skull, what are you doing?
See, I just need one of you to hit. I just need one of you to hit.
Good work, everyone.
So I was planning to leave for Huntsville immediately after work on Saturday, and I was
Okay.
like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I would like to go to Huntsville this
we're done.
weekend." Well, I was
Let's
talking
go.
to my parents last night, and my dad was like, "Yeah, no, your car is not gonna make it there." He's like, "If I could get it fixed, if we had the time to get it fixed before then, sure, but we don't, and I don't trust your car to make it." And I'm like, "Well, how can I?" And he's like, "Well, I guess we could look into how expensive it is to rent a car, cause like,
Renting a car is expensive.
yeah." So either, hopefully he found that out today, or I don't get to go. And I'm gonna hate when he tells me on Friday, he's like, "Yeah, you can't go," and I'm gonna have to be like, "Hey, I know I said I was gonna be there within the next 24 hours, but I'm not."
I only have that one Theodyne, don't I? I don't have Masaya, do I?
I mean,
Nope.
if worse comes to worse, she and I could meet in the middle and go to slots, which is better than nothing.
Oh, I mean, like I could remove the evasion accuracy down stuff. I just don't because I can usually kill them before it actually would have mattered. If I was in a boss fight, yeah, I would remove that
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
But we get hold up pretty quickly.
It's like I can typically get a hold up or just straight up kill most enemies before that becomes a problem.
Fox is swaying. Be careful. About to attack. Much obliged.
Much thanks.
My Freyadyne.
So ever since I started working at a grocery store, I've noticed a thing that a lot of old people say, like a lot.
I'm at my limit.
They say it a lot. Is thank you much.
On to the next triumph.
Thank you
Thank
much.
you much.
Yes, thank you much. At the end of when I say thank you for coming, they're like, "Thank you much."
All right.
I don't know.
Pazuzu!
Pazuzu!
Oh, an impressive skill.
What does bad beat do? Medium physical damage to all foes, low chance of despair.
Very cool.
Cool.
And there's that
Try.
EX. So now background party members gain HP at 20%.
Yay.
20% of their HP every at the end of every fight. The one that I really need is the fucking SP one because like if I can regenerate SP as fastly fastly.
Oh, then guess what tomorrow is? Guess what tomorrow is in this game?
Oh, yeah, Christmas.
It's Christmas time!
I think I mentioned that last time. We've just been
Oh,
doing
yeah.
the same day because like
Yeah, the
whenever we're in
same-
the
There's a shame.
whenever we're in the palace,
Be
we just
careful.
spend so much time on the same day.
Hey, buddy, you want to come down here? Get him.
Get off the wall.
Hang it.
Smackdown. World Star, or was it? Yeah, World Star.
We're evenly matched here.
I know he's weak to wind. She is weak to dark.
Watch out!
So I'm just gonna smack this dude with the axe. Masakuda fucking sucks.
What?
Noir, don't forget your speed's been lowered.
I mean, I'll just escape if
If
I
you're
have
gonna
to.
run, now's your chance.
Yeah, because that's how we died last time.
Yeah, I don't want to be in that fucking fight. That's not a fun fight.
Nah, it's not.
Granted, when it finally got around to what's his asshole's turn, we would have been fine.
Yeah.
A treasure.
Yay. That eternal lockpick. Uh-oh.
Ah, you motherfucker.
But there's just one. Don't get sloppy now. Here.
Useless.
Whoa, that was awesome.
Everybody dodged it.
Okay,
The easiest way to fight this guy is literally just to buff the whole party.
This is my other self.
So you know how we didn't have like a whole bunch of people auditioning for the Comic-Con skit?
Yeah.
Ray cut out an entire character.
Really? What character did he cut?
The girl from Fooly Fooly.
Oh, the bass girl? Bass
Yeah.
guitar girl?
Someone finish it.
Hey! Lend me your power. It's the Frost King. Persona taken. He's level 61. I might just get rid of Unicorn.
Might have to. We don't actually use
that's a
Unicorn,
new
do
one,
we?
isn't it?
Not very often.
Then fuck Unicorn.
In fact, we don't because his only ability that was useful was light, and we've already got Horus for light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like it's time to use the personas.
Yeah, we're out of
The door's
space.
locked. We should look for another route.
You know what? We've been in here long enough. You wanna leave and
Sure.
let's fuse some personas. Let's leave and we'll come back another day, fit and
Wait.
refreshed. What?
I have an idea.
What idea do you have?
Let's leave.
Oh yeah, let's leave.
Just wait.
What is that from again?
SpongeBob.
Oh yeah,
Patrick says it.
yeah. I have an idea. Let's leave. Can we do that? Was that the SpongeBob movie?
I have no idea. I can look it up.
These girls are weak to, I think, psychic? Fucking putting them to sleep combo is not good. Yep.
Psychokinesis. You can hit their weakness. Ooh, not that, Noir. Stand still. Time to punish them. All out attack.
Punch.
On to the next trial.
I'll defeat them with the power
Good
of
work,
fist.
everyone.
I also I've got so much money, I need to spend at least a little bit of time and see if I can't upgrade everybody's weapons and armor.
It looks like all the shadows are gone. Just 3 shadows. Good luck. You don't have any. Ice isn't effective on this enemy. We're evenly matched here. Ice isn't effective on this enemy. Watch
So
out.
nuclear and
Nuclear attacks. Her skill might
nuclear
do
and
it.
dark are what I need
We
for
can
this
manage
fight.
an instant kill here.
That's not good.
Hang in there. I'm very grateful. Joker's confused. You're so
Energy shower.
Okay.
Let's just go ahead and get rid of that problem. I mean, why would you use Cyodyne on the one person in the party that can resist it? Which one of these assholes is weak to? Oh, no, you assholes are weak to ice. That's right.
Guess not.
And heat wave. Aegon for this guy on the left, who's the most annoying enemy to deal with.
Nice, Joker.
Kodo, get the slap off.
On to next.
So I talked to my friend Kristen. Right? She's another girl. I say she barely knows who I am. But she answers my messages when I message her. Anyway, I don't remember exactly what I asked her, but I messaged her on Instagram, and she was like, "Hey, by the way, I tried using Patreon. They take most of your profits. I suggest selling your sets as sets individually." And I think that's what I'm gonna do instead.
That's probably the better, like, because Patreon is good if you. It depends on the type of content that you're making, but Patreon is really only good for people who are like mega big.
Yeah.
How?
Does Patreon really sucks if you're doing it for profit? Because I asked her, should my first Patreon set be Thanksgiving themed or just character of the month? And she said, not gonna lie, Patreon sucks if you're doing it for a profit. She said it's better profit-wise to sell your sets individually.
It also like it all depends, because if you get big enough, not everybody who's going to do that might individually buy your sets, but if they're just getting them because they're signed up for like a $5 whatever.
Yeah.
With enough of those
You
people,
have business with me.
if you get big enough, a Patreon makes sense, especially if you're using it as a steady income, because
Yeah.
Patreon is like a
If you have over 100 patrons.
basically like
She said she made $22 with 13 patrons
yeah.
after they took out all of their things.
Yeah.
So
It's not a
I think
good
I'm
way
just
to
gonna
make
get a Cash
money.
App instead.
Yeah. It's better to have, or like a either a Cash App, a Venmo.
She uses Cash App.
Cash App. Well, the only reason I say that is because I know for a fact that Cash App, like last couple of times I heard Cash App had some like bad hacking problems where people were just losing money.
Oh,
So I don't like Cash App. I typically use either Venmo or PayPal.
yeah.
Just have a separate one of those,
Yeah.
and then worst case scenario, if your Venmo or your personal Venmo or your personal PayPal is linked to something that you don't want linked to it,
I just unlink it.
well, you can either unlink it and relink it, or like, let's say you want to be able to take your PayPal account and send it back to your bank account,
Yeah.
but you don't want anybody to be able to link your bank account to your PayPal account.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the PayPal money to your, online PayPal, and then have it just send the money to your private PayPal, and then bank the money. If it's
Yeah.
given as a gift, quote unquote, i.e. to yourself,
There's less fees.
there's no transaction fee.
Okay.
If it's a gift like that, there's no transaction fee. Like if I were to Venmo you / PayPal you $5 right here, right now,
Uh-huh.
you would get all $5.
Okay.
Because I'm not paying you for a service.
Yeah.
If it is set up as a, if your PayPal is set up under a commercial license, i.e. you're selling, picture sets, that would be grounds for them
but
to
here's the
fee.
thing. PayPal is
The
not a
inmate
fan
needs our
of not
guidance.
safe for work stuff.
Yeah.
You wish
And
to
yeah, I'm not
perform
gonna
an
do full
execution.
frontal nudity.
What path do you want?
They're gonna be very picky about that.
I can finally make Baphomet.
I might make
pretty
some.
tough.
I might do my safe for work ones as PayPal. Ooh, he is spooky.
It's Baphomet.
I know, but he's real fun. I might do my safe for work ones for PayPal.
I want to get rid of this guy, though. He's actually pretty good.
I
Where's
might
my
also
other
get a
Baphomet
copy.
fusion?
I see. A strong persona indeed.
Get rid of that asshole. I don't want to get rid of fucking Raja Naga. Oh, this one uses
Looks
Byakko
pretty
and Byakko, which I don't care about, and King Frost, which I definitely don't care about. So fuck both of those persona.
Oh yeah,
Select
hell
We're
yeah.
getting this
skills you'd
dude.
like to inherit.
Hell yeah.
I don't want to inherit Bufudine because I'm about to get it. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna do Diorama, Tarukaja, Counter
It
Strike.
will receive significant power.
Wait, never mind. I don't want Tarukaja. I don't want Diorama. I want Tarukaja, Counter Strike, and Ice Boost.
It will receive significant. Then let us begin.
So glad that we don't have to sit through that.
Right?
Like we know that for a fact that
Yeah.
we'll get one or the other.
Yeah.
I'm also very happy that we actually got the chainsaw
Right?
in our
That was so
playthrough.
exciting.
Baphomet learned Bufudine, Zeodine. So he just knows all of the fucking elemental skills.
Very cool.
That's pretty fucking good.
Very cool.
That's a good character to carry, just, in
Yeah.
general.
You okay with this?
I don't have this guy yet either.
Bird.
Look, he's got some of those the Mitamas, the little
Yeah.
talismans on his chain.
Yeah.
I get that. I don't want to fuse Baphomet though.
Oh,
It's dumb. Why would I do that?
yeah.
I'm level 78.
Not terrible, but
50,
not
sorry.
impressive.
Cert.
Excessive power only leads to destruction.
Does have a flame sword. I want him for the flame sword.
Yeah, well, we got one more level for him.
We got 2 more levels for him.
Two
Oh
more.
no, one level.
Yeah.
You're right. That's 59.
You can't handle
Same for the Black
this.
Rider.
So close, you guys. Ow.
Can you gather them up?
I can't do a I could have gotten Seth.
Love Seth.
I'm very close to being able to get whoever this is. I would need to get Raja Naga, and Ananta. Bugs. Oh, that's right. Bugs is the evil teddy bear. Neko Shogun. There's this guy. Remember him?
He was fucking weird.
Bugs. Seth. And then Azura. I really want to get my hands on Azura, honestly speaking. We're never gonna be a high enough level to get Azura, but I want Azura. Like, really bad.
You change your mind? Done already?
Yes, I am
No
done.
slacking off.
Let's enjoy the real world for a bit.
Yay, real world.
Yes, get the goat. We got the goat. I remember I had an old person moment recently when everybody kept saying goat, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you talking about when you say goat?
Greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time. So for those of you out there who don't know what goat meant, greatest of all time.
You the goat. All of you, you are all the goats.
I also understand, I stand that.
I also stand that.
Hey,
In this house,
what?
we stand lesbian Kyrie. In this house, we stand lesbian Miss Frizzle. That, I guarantee you, that has to be canon.
That, I mean, purely based
The
off
fact
of
that
the actual voice.
The original Miss Frizzle is a lesbian. Like
Yeah, the voice actress.
And,
And
the
then-
girl who's playing her sister in the Netflix original series is a lesbian.
Yep.
So all the Miss Frizzles are lesbians.
Every Miss Frizzle that has existed is a lesbian.
Mhm.
I'm surprised they didn't make Zesty wear a fucking mask too, like a one of those like
Yeah,
sanitation masks.
So where are we going tonight? Bathhouse?
Well, let's see here. I don't think I can call her. Let's see here. Can we go to Shibuya to the airsoft shop at night? We can. Awesome. Man, the coolest part about our school pass is that it lets us go to Shibuya for free.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I want to shop.
Yo,
I thought he said no,
So-
but he said yo.
All treasure.
you should be grateful.
464,000 yen.
Holy crap, we have
We have-
so much money. We have $4,000.
We have $4,000
That's
as a
lot
high
for
schooler.
Racket.
I've never owned $4,000 in my life.
Same.
Well, I'm rapidly starting to realize that not a whole lot of people do. They simply just use the money that they get to not amass money, but to pay off debts.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on.
That's something that is somewhat comforting to me, is the idea that, like, you know, as I get more money, I'm not really like, I'm going to pocket a bunch of the money because, you know, it's always a good idea to have a nest egg, but
All right.
So
Alright, which one?
I make less than $10 an hour,
That one?
and so I rounded it down
Don't break it,
to
okay?
9, right? Just under the assumption of that's how many taxes are going to be taken out on average.
That's what you're shooting like it.
I'm only going to be making about $300 this week from this past pay
You better not
period.
use it to pull a prank.
From 37 hours, $300 does not feel like enough.
That's what you're choosing? How's
do you
that?
get paid? Do you get paid weekly or okay? See, I make
That one?
over $10 an hour. I'll say that.
Break it, okay?
And working full time. The big difference for me, though, is that 90% of that money goes to living expenses.
Yeah.
I maybe pocket $20 a month
Yeah.
as excess cash.
Yeah. Technically, most of mine is excess cash
Okay.
because the only bill I'm
Sounds good.
paying is my
That's what you're
car
choosing.
bill
Do I get it?
payment thing. By the way, I have an interview tomorrow afternoon for a
That's what
part-time
you're choosing. Do I
secretary
get it?
office associate position at the university.
Cool.
Yes,
You better
very
not
cool.
use it to pull a prank.
I emailed
what
the
you
lady
call
back. I was like,
break it,
hey,
okay?
do you guys have like a place I can park
you better
or a
not use
parking
it to pull
pass
a
where I won't
prank.
get a ticket? And she was like, yeah, here is a list of all the visitor passes that you can buy for tomorrow online.
You gotta
I have
have
to-
money to make money.
I have to pay to go to my interview tomorrow, you guys. It's ridiculous.
I don't work tomorrow. I'll take you to your interview. Yeah, then that way you don't have to pay for parking.
That'd be great. Are you gonna wait for me for half an hour?
I can find something to do for half an hour.
That's fair.
I just don't have to be in town. Like I can go somewhere and do something for half an hour
That's fair.
and come back.
Half an hour's not that long.
It's not that long.
It just feels like it's gonna be.
When
that
is
long.
your interview?
3:45.
Yeah, that's no problem at all.
Cool.
That way you don't have to pay for your parking pass.
Yay! I mean, yeah, it would only be like $5 or $10, but that's $5 or $10 for
Come
30
again.
minutes. You know, that's ridiculous. Like if I was gonna be paying $5 or $10 for like I needed to be on campus all day.
$5 or $10 for 30 minutes is more than I make for that same period of time working. That is how I look at it. Is if it takes more money. If it takes more money for me, in the time that it takes me to do something, if it would have been more beneficial for me to be working in that period of time, it's hard for me to recommend myself to do that.
Amazing.
Unless it's the aquarium.
Well, the aquarium was also a splurging.
Yeah, that's fair. That was our big month, our 3-month date.
Yeah, I've been working on trying to set up. So, I get paid 3 times this month because it just lines up that I got paid like on the 3rd, and then I'm gonna get paid on the 31st.
By the way, you need to call your bank and let them know you're leaving town.
I have never had that trouble like you
Okay.
have.
Oh, that's fair. You have a bank. I have a credit union.
Yeah, I have Regions. I use an actual bank. We could go hang out with. Oh wait, no, we have no way of hanging out with Haru at night
Boo, why?
because we don't.
We're not close enough to her?
I don't know. But we could go hang out with Shogi girl.
Okay.
Good evening.
Meijin knows no standard moves. There are no set principles for victory. We must always seek to make the best move possible. Please continue to do what you believe is right. If it's all right with you, let's play a match. I don't think my bond will grow quite just yet.
Why not?
Might as well.
I look forward to it.
If your bond grew with me, if you only hung out with me every time your bond was gonna grow, that should go wow.
I don't know. I mean,
Thank you
like,
for
in those
today.
early days, like, we only hung out at parties.
That is fair and valid, but we didn't hang out like go out of our way to hang out. We were just both there.
Yeah.
We didn't hang out one-on-one for a while there. I wish
It's
we
the
knew-
12th!
I wish we knew the exact day that we met. I really do.
Yeah, it's weird that we don't.
It's kind of disappointing that we don't.
Well, you know, think of it this way. Can you pinpoint the first time that you met any of your friends? Because I don't know the exact date that, you know, Nathan and I hung out for the first time.
That's fair.
I know the day. I know the day that it happened was because he joined our Boy Scout troop
Yeah.
and then latched onto me like a fungus.
Oh. But you remember that.
I remember that
remember
moment.
that moment. I don't
Mhm.
remember the first moment we hung out. Well, I mean, like, really met. I mean.
Going to Haru. 'Cause that's our goal, is to try and rank up with Haru so we can get her to do the thing.
Man, you guys know the dumbest intrusive
Oh,
thought
look,
that I
Paranoia
had?
said good luck getting that job.
Oh, thank you. It's only part-time and I will be getting up to 20 hours a week. However, it's 20 hours a week that I'm not going to be with Matthew. and it's also hopefully a foot in the door. Because a lot of the applications on the UA staff page right now are all pool applications, which means they're only going to hire from people that are already working at the university.
We're hanging out with Haru.
Yeah.
Getting a job at the university is so fucking hard. But it's because at the end of the day, like, the amount of benefits you get for working at the university are ludicrous.
Yeah. I was looking into getting a state job, but also, like, I don't know.
I mean, there was that entire time that the government shut down and, like,
A lot of
thousands,
people were not getting
like
paid.
yeah, like hundreds of thousands of people just weren't getting paid
And we
for their
have a
work.
whole nother year that this
And
might
there were
happen
some people,
again.
and there were some people that were literally not required to leave. They had to do their job for no pay.
Soldiers that were like not even in this country
Or then
were like actively at war, were not being paid for 3 months. That's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, I'm very anti-war at this point anyway, but like, they're still working. They don't get a break. They don't get a vacation. They are working every single moment. They're not in the country, and they weren't being paid for 3 months.
yeah, that's kind of bullshit.
I had so many people coming up to me for Western Union transactions, and like, you kind of gotta like casually be like, oh, so how do you know this person that's in blank, especially if it's out of the country, because like you gotta slide it in there like, oh, how do you know this person? They're like, oh, I'm the one who's giving the money from our church to this is our mission, this is our missionary that I'm just the one who's doing it for the missionary from our church. Or but anyway, I got a lot of people that were like, yeah, my best friend's husband hasn't been paid in 3 months, and so I'm sending them money.
And the worst part about that entire scenario is, you know what the media would report on if they saw the phrase, I'm sending money to my best friend because my best friend's husband hasn't been paid in 3 days? The phrase that the media
3
would pick up on,
months.
3 months, yeah, 3 months. What the media would pick up on there is, you know, bonds that tie us together. Friend sends money to struggling family. Without mentioning the fact that the entire thing was caused by the government's inability to make a decision on a budget. Because nobody wanted to actually like put the time in to, or rather people were stonewalling a budget because it didn't involve putting in ludicrous amounts of money for whatever they wanted it to have. There's so many dumb things attached to, like, that's the thing that I don't like is the bill should just be, hey, how much are we budgeting towards paying our workers this month? Or like this, you know, pay period. But what it becomes is like, okay, so we're agreeing to pay our workers this much, and also we're gonna make weed entirely illegal and you're gonna get shot dead if you do it. What was that last part? The payment. No, that wasn't the last part. What was that last part? We're gonna kill people who use weed. Why would you put that in the bill? Because I already got this really cool sports car from Marlboro. That's how our government works, everybody. Congratulations.
I can't remember what state it was, but it was like they put something in a bill that was like we're gonna make it was a bill, I can't remember what it was, but it was like one of the voting periods somewhere in the Midwest. They were like, we're gonna make weed legal, but also we're gonna take all of the money out of the schools. And they, like, the people came together and did not let weed get legalized just because they didn't want money to not go into schools or whatever it was.
Yeah, and then the sad part about that is you won't hear the, hey, we saved the money for the schools. It was, you'll hear from the Republican side of things, hey, we saved the money from the schools from going to the weed people. And then from the Democrat side, you'll hear, hey, we stopped them from taking all of the money from schools because that was the only way that they even proposed the weed part. And now anytime that somebody tries to propose
I don't know
weed
if it
being
was
legal
schools.
there,
It was something that was actually
yeah.
something that was actually useful.
But anytime anybody proposes that there now, it's just going to be, well, does that mean they're going to take the school's money again? And that's going to be the argument. It's been so fucking, like, that's how,
Yeah.
I don't like it. I hate all
It's
of that.
ridiculous.
I don't like how the government works, but I don't know enough about the government to
To
change
fix
it.
it, yeah. We could kill all of them. That was like the original way we were supposed to do it. If we didn't like them, we killed them. That's actually what they said.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, kill them.
That was also back when, like, the military was made up of a bunch of people. A bunch of people that were just whatever. Not, you know, literal wage slaves designed around making sure that the entirety of the population is oppressed.
Yeah.
Fix government. Make America great again. But, like, actually, not like MAGA hat people, but, like, actually make America...
Make America great for everyone, not just white people.
Make America a melting pot again.
Yeah.
Nobody likes just eating cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese is great, but you need something else there. Nobody likes just
That
eating...
doesn't have enough nutritional value. You can't shit after enough cheese.
Nobody likes just eating melted cheese. Nobody likes just eating boiled fucking chicken. But man,
Those
how
things
much?
together.
I was say, but man, if you added chicken to a cheese fondue, ooh,
Ugh,
that's
yes.
where it's at.
Nice choice.
That's America right there. That is America should be chicken cheese covered fondue. Ooh, yeah, that right there.
Maybe some like
Some
like a brie fondue.
some chives on top.
Ooh, some chives on top. Get some French bread. Dip it in there.
Oh, big time. Yeah, with the garlic and everything. Mm,
Yep.
Yep.
Some summer sausage maybe.
Oh yeah,
Miniature
Definitely.
weenies. Yeah.
definitely.
Make America fondue again.
Make America fondue again. People started trying to use my influence as a majority shareholder to oust other employees.
Well, would you look at that? We're back on government. Would you look at that? We're back on rich
We
people.
can't escape this bullshit. They say they come to me out of respect, but I know they really just want to use me.
We like to
Some
say we're
of
not a
them want to use you.
we like to say we're not a politics podcast, but like you can't really help it.
Well, I was gonna say, here's the thing, and I think this was something that I read recently that, or not, it was something that I read recently, but it resonated with me, which is, being apolitical or choosing not to participate in politics is a political stance,
Yeah.
and it inherently sides with injustice.
You're right.
Care about what happens. Even if you're not in America, even if you're somewhere else, care about what's happening in your country. The worst ones are
Don't
about...
police women's bodies.
Yeah, I recently found out the most bullshit thing about that entire thing is that, like, if
The Louisiana thing.
Well, the Louisiana thing is also a thing, but, like, the thing that I recently learned on my own was, did you know if I wanted to go get a vasectomy now, I could?
Yeah,
I
but
could just walk into the doctor's office and say, I want a vasectomy, and they go, all right, we'll schedule it with a surgeon.
however,
If
I want to get my tubes tied, I have to be married, have one kid at least.
at least two
Two kids, and my husband has to give permission.
Yep.
Written permission.
to get your tubes tied.
Yes.
That's what's required to get your tubes tied. But I could just go and get a vasectomy because I guess I'm the one that doesn't matter. I get to make my decision, but somebody else has to make her decision. It's bullshit. He sounds suspicious. He sounds suspicious. He sounds suspicious. He sounds suspicious. He went as far as to recommend I sell my shares the other day. He said I could make a fortune. But I realized if I did so, he would be able to strike the Okumura name completely. Takakura-san must be scheming to take the company for himself. At least, it's possible. Should fire him. This is a complex issue. Indeed it is. Shit's hard. Running a company's hard. As somebody who ran a fake company for half a year, running a company's fucking hard. But it was fun.
Good.
I will admit,
money.
I will admit, being a primary shareholder along with two other people in running a company was fun. We were also the second most profitable company in our entire region.
Monopoly is a shitty game. But I do love watching videos of people that, like, the parents and the kids. Like, my favorite one that I saw recently, he was, like, 6. And he was just, he was like this, just sobbing. And, like, he had, like, $10 left. And the dad was like, Give it to me. You landed on it. Give it to me. It was pitiful and hilarious, but Monopoly is a shitty game.
Monopoly is a shitty game. But simultaneously, when you own both Boardwalk and the other one, I can't remember the other one. The two purple spaces at the end.
when you
and
have
somebody lands on it, and you've got like hotel after hotel there, and you're just like, yes, yes. Being the big wig is fun, and that's why I can't join the government.
You want to know?
I can't join the government or be a CEO because I'm easily corruptible.
The best part about that video, I think he had like 3 hotels on that thing.
The best part about that is if you play the rules where you can mortgage or sell your properties to get more money because you have to, so all your money goes to other things. We finally got Baton Pass.
Finally, God.
Goddamn. Gonna stay here a little while longer and check on the drainage. Make sure these vegetables turn out as good as possible for the Phantom Thieves.
What a good.
These plants are giving us, I think, what was it, like a shit ton of SP?
I don't remember.
They're not going to be ready until like December something, but they're
Yeah.
going to give us a shit ton of SP.
Yeah, they are. Okay, we still have exams after this.
You're back.
We can't go to exams.
Yes, we can. There are answers on the answer page.
You know what? You know why we can?
Why?
Because I guarantee whenever we finish this, we could just go back to being in a normal school life.
Exactly. Guess what day it is?
Yeah, I know. Everywhere I go, it's just more and more rumors about Shido. I was about to call him Sicko, and I feel like that's more accurate.
You right.
Sicko. This shit makes me sick. Oh. It's as though his stance against the Phantom Thieves has boosted his popularity. It's all a charade, though. More importantly, why ain't anybody complaining about the police? After all, the Big Catch committed suicide while he was in the police custody. Yeah. Why aren't people complaining about the fact that the police couldn't save their quarry while he was on suicide watch?
Because Area 51
and global and
the chicken sandwiches and Area 51
and global warming and climate change.
Yeah.
That one's important, but even then, like we then tried to silence global warming or climate change with fucking THC pods.
Yeah. I'm so tired of being angry all the time. I'm so tired of it.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna lose so many viewers. Like, we're never gonna gain an audience if we do this, but like, I'm just so mad all of the time. Nothing makes sense in our world anymore. Why isn't anyone showing more interest in the identity of the motives of the Phantom Thieves? Do people not think they are the masterminds behind the horrible crimes of late? Yeah, you'd think people would make a bigger deal of it.
Yeah, like the pedophile ring.
It felt as though the commotion surrounding the suicide calmed down far too quickly. Like, nobody cares about that anymore. They move on to the most recent meme, like the Face app.
And how the Russians are stealing our
busy
faces.
fanboying over Shido.
There we go.
This don't make any sense. It's creepy as hell.
Better.
Much better.
Yeah, the thing was really tight. It was making me nervous.
Mine's too loose now.
I feel like I just popped all of your ears because it was a little undone. Sorry.
Alright. It's totally bizarre. What's going on here? Who wants to talk? Boy!
Sojiro.
Boy. We can also hang out with Boy.
Boy.
Boy. Boy. Boy. Have I ever done that?
Yes.
Where you go? Where you slap your hand, so it's like you have your hand right here, and then you go.
Boy.
Good luck today.
Oh, speaking of boy.
Speaking of boy, eventually we would need to play through fucking God of War.
Okay.
I think you would enjoy watching God of War. I think you would also enjoy watching Spider-Man, which is what I want to play after this.
Okay.
You'll definitely enjoy Spider-Man because it's the best Spider-Man plot to ever exist.
I wish they didn't take out the Will You Marry Me? That's hilarious.
Oh yeah. No, they didn't remove it.
They didn't.
They never removed it.
Amazing.
They didn't remove it because while the initial fan that tried to use it, it didn't work because the girl ended up cheating on him with his brother.
Yes.
Which is an amazing story. Somebody else used
somebody
else used the "Will you marry me" in that game to propose to their girlfriend.
Who just happened to have the same name.
Yep. So somebody else got to use it, but the guy that it was intended for did not. There's a lot to do here in the shop. Can you help me out? Free today? What?
How much do you think he paid for that shit?
He didn't.
He didn't? Oh.
He was a super fan. It's not uncommon for games to do that for super fans.
That's fair. I mean, you've already spent thousands of dollars on our product.
It's like what's it called? There was a character that was added to Borderlands 2. I don't know if they added him to Borderlands 3, but there was a character in Borderlands 2. And he was named after a super fan of Borderlands 1, who was super excited for Borderlands 2, but was sick terminally with cancer and died before the game came out. So the people at Gearbox immortalized him as a character that gives some of the greatest legendary gear in the game, so that every single person in the entire game would try to find his character. This character would randomly spawn in the main zone, but they specifically made his character really important, so that, like, really important for people who wanted the best gear, so that they would actively seek him out and be excited when they saw him.
Let's play a little bit more, because it's already 9. But we'll play a little bit more, and then we'll talk some more.
Yeah.
We do need to have stuff done.
I have Futama's uncle's name. Promise Futama we'd change his heart together. I should talk to her during the day. It is the evening, so I can't progress that until we go to the thing.
Mementos. Or hang out with her during the day.
Yeah, I have to do Mementos with her alone. There's somebody hanging out in Shibuya. Shinjuku is what's it called, girl?
Shinjuku is the red light district?
Yes, that's well, yes, and it's also fortune teller girl.
Yeah.
Because she wanted to hang out anyway. Election's coming up. You got a vote in it?
Fucking better.
They say it'll shape the country's future, but I don't know. Can't bring myself to care. I'd like to address the nation. Tonight we drink until the sun comes up. Party!
Ready for AWA, you guys.
I'm so fucking ready for AWA. Who am I hanging out with here? I hang out with like 6 different people here, and I don't know which one I'm trying to hang out with right now.
I think I'm gonna steal the cooler backpack, because that's gonna fit in your car better for our drinky drinks, because they're gonna be sitting in the hot car for a while, and if the drinky drinks are in a cooler, they're not going to explode.
What cooler backpack are you talking
You know
about?
the one I took to the floaty thing?
Floaty, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a smaller one sitting in the garage too. Since we're not going to be dealing with sandwiches and stuff too, might as well bring it. It's also going to be much easier to carry upstairs.
We could finally drain out my old cooler.
Yeah, but that takes up room. This one's a backpack. And
Fair.
it's tall and slender. That one's long, short, and fat.
It's also an actual cooler.
That's fair. This one's an actual cooler. Also, yours doesn't have wheels. It was very hard to carry last time.
I don't actually remember how to get to the underground mall.
Me either.
Central Street. It's around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Station kiosk, that's not what I want.
So dreamy.
So dreamy. He is not.
Underground mall, there we go.
There we go. Remember that one time we saw Ryuji? That was freaky.
Exactly the one time.
The one time that we're never gonna forget.
Who can I fucking hang out with in fucking...
Usually it's
Like, normally On's down here,
also
and
nighttime.
Yosuke is also, like, up at the top, but, like, I
Yeah.
can't find either of them. It's kind of cool that there is an underground mall like this,
Yeah,
though.
it's really cool. There's so many places in the world I want to go, but it costs money.
Yeah.
I want to travel the world. I want to get cultured. I also need to learn more Spanish.
It's our boy!
Our boy!
Please consider what
Nevertheless,
I have
our
to say.
young people will be crushed if we adhere to the principles of this alliance. The manifest I am proposing is the foundation upon which we will build the future of this country. Yoshida, Tadanosuke Yoshida, will take immediate action for the good people For the good of our young people. Yoshida is taking this election speech seriously. Formed a partnership with Yoshida's comrades. I should avoid interrupting his campaign. Fair enough. I guess there's somebody in. Oh, you know what?
What?
I bet I can hang out with Airsoft Dude.
Probably.
Cause he's here, right? Yeah, he's back
Yeah.
here. I bet I can hang out with Airsoft Dude.
Touchable. Hey.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, it's freezing.
It's been really cold lately, but I gotta be careful of dust and humidity. Static electricity is the enemy of detail work. I gotta keep an eye out for it. So, you're here because you saw my message, right? I want to work. In that case, do some work around the shop. Should be fun for a gun enthusiast like you, huh? Think my bond won't deepen just yet. Fine. I gotta have his fucking persona.
Oh, you're right.
If I'm gonna hang out with him, I should have his persona.
You're right. You're right. Which one's his persona?
We're about to find out. The confidant. Weapons dealer. He's the hangman.
Of course he is. Forgot about that one.
Which makes sense for him because he's the one that's like on the noose with the fucking the Yakuza.
Yeah.
What would you do if you just saw a man walk forward and suddenly disappear into a blue
I'll go.
haze?
Man,
It needs our guidance. Power requires
I would wonder what
sacrifice.
drugs I was
Finished for
slipped,
now?
honestly.
Justine, you handled. These are the paths you have walked.
Fool, magician, priestess, empress, emperor, hierophant, lovers, chariot, justice, hermit, fortune, strength, hanged. Really?
Oof.
I got no fucking hangmen, huh?
Oof.
This
We're gonna grab the
persona
fucking
is
weakest one then,
required.
'cause that's the
Then
cheapest.
accept this
Yeah,
persona.
obviously.
And I am out of money.
Oof. Wait, how are you out of money?
Already?
I fucking bought new weapons for everybody.
It
Right.
is time, inmate.
Everybody has new weapons, which is going to be interesting to see because
Yeah.
now everybody's weapons are going to look different.
And they're gonna be Santa.
Yes. Speaking of,
Can you change it now?
yeah.
Yay!
Everybody's currently in their swimsuits, but we're switching over to
Christmas
Christmas
outfits!
outfits.
Yay! Yay!
There we go. Everybody's in their Christmas outfits now. Because
Christmas!
it is officially December 1st in video game time.
Where's your stocking? You said you were gonna hang it
Oh,
up.
it's freezing.
Oh, he actually knows where it is. I'm so excited. I made him this stocking. Doesn't look great, but I'm very proud of it. Oh well, we'll get it next time. I made that for Paladin.
Try to get it so you can see the actual emblem.
I did it all by myself. I was like, yeah, I'll just stitch it on there. And then I was like, I'm gonna paint that shit. I think it looks good.
You probably could have cut it out of
Yeah. I didn't have that. I should have had that, but I didn't. And
That's how I
Christmas-
made. That's
and
how I
Christmas
made.
was less than 12 hours away.
I really like it though. I didn't have it up last year, but I want to get more Christmas decorations this year.
They can't see it. Your
can't see
head
it.
is in the way.
But luckily, I'm hanging it from not something that's attached to the cake. I can
Yeah.
just do this.
Yay! Christmas! Yay! Christmas! Christmas! Made that all by myself.
Should I go get the? I don't even think my fucking neon Christmas tree works anymore.
Aw.
I think it broke after last year.
Oof.
I'll just get one of those little Christmas trees and
Yeah.
I'll put it up there too or something. I do want to do more Christmas decorations though. Halloween may be your time, but I will accept Christmas as my time. Because I know you don't like Christmas, but I like Christmas. Well, we won't deepen just yet, but we'll get bonus points for hanging out here.
Good.
Working at the shop.
Yay!
Bond won't
See
deepen
ya.
just yet, which means we have to hang out with him at least one more time before our bond will deepen.
Yeah.
Don't know that we're gonna get our bond to deepen with him. Just straight up, don't know if that's gonna happen.
Friday.
We have until the 18th
Well then.
to finish this.
Hang out with Futaba.
Yeah, with the top. Oh yeah, because it's morning.
Yeah, it's after school, but yes.
Yeah. Well, we can't hang out during. Like, there's literally nothing you can do in the morning.
Yeah, we just wait. Probably study. I don't know.
Hey.
Everybody has to think I'm dead, so I wear my hood everywhere now.
There's
She's right here.
Just so dark back here now.
About my uncle. I want to head into Mementos right now. Futaba and I will need to go into Mementos, just the two of us. This won't be an easy task. Let's do it.
Thanks.
This is a family issue, so I want to do it alone with you. Oh, and I sent my uncle an anonymous letter, so the calling cards part's taken care of. It's you.
Secret Mickey. Hidden Mickey. I always say it wrong too.
Secret Mickey.
Forgot about our fucking Christmas.
There it is. It's my Uncle Shadow.
So glad we don't have to look
He's
for
saying money, money. He forced Sojiro to pay back his debts. He made me go through horrible things too. Zesty, make him have a change of heart. I have no control right now. Money, money, money. Doesn't matter who gives it to me, just give me money.
it. What a fucking move,
That is
though.
me, though.
It's me!
Do I have a fucking shadow? I'm not
You're not
blackmailing
taking
somebody
it from
into
people.
taking money from somebody.
I'm
but
posting titties on Instagram.
man, if I thought I could get away with posting my dick on Instagram for money, I would do it so hard.
That's fair.
But that's not what people are
That
interested in.
is against
market-
community guidelines.
Well, also-
my titties are mostly covered.
Well, so I would do very tasteful banana hammocks if I could. The difference is that like dad bod is not what is for sale right now.
Dad bod and sweaters and flannels are for sale, though.
Should I just do? Well, I could do a couple of lumberjack pics. You just get me a fucking axe. I'll wear my beanie and this shirt, and I'll just go out there and I'll hold an axe on my shoulder.
Let's do it.
I'll do some fun lumberjack pics.
I guarantee you there's a freaking axe somewhere in my garage. We'll go out to my uncle's, to my grandparents / uncle's place. Just head out into the woods.
It's consolation money. It's reparations. You have to. You have to give me your money.
I want money.
I'm not giving you any money. I'm giving you presents. Except I'm giving you coal because you've been a naughty boy. If I have enough money, I can keep gambling until I hit another jackpot. If you won't give me any money, then I'm gonna destroy you.
Here's some presents. Jingle and jolly. I'm cute, right?
Here's some
Crazy.
presents. Here's some presents. Yuletide and the joy of giving. And I'm gonna be giving you 2 of these right up your asshole.
I just thought about that one. I can't remember what he says. He's like, do you know what this is? Do you know where it's going? Right up your butt.
Okay, so the first thing I need to do I have anybody with... Yes, I have a Sukukaja. Sukukaja is a must-have at the beginning of any fight.
Oh, yeah.
Missed! Because of the Sukukaja. Now that we've got a Sukukaja, we
By
need...
ourselves.
What does Tetraja do? Barrier that negates insta-kill once for all the allies. That's not what I need. I need to start hitting him with like some heavy hitters. See here, he's got Regenerate, High Counter, Enduring Soul, and Null Sleep, Agidyne, Freyla, Megaton Raid, and Mataru Kaja, which is attack for all allies. This is a good starting character right off the bat. Let's
We still
Mataru
look
Kaja.
pretty badass in our Christmas outfit.
We do.
Too slow.
Nice, Joker. Just
Rising Slash is a physical ability, and now I regenerate HP at the end of every fight, at the end of every round, and I can Megaton Raid for a lot of physical damage. That was 1,000 damage.
nice, Joker.
Cannot take screenshot right now.
I didn't want to.
I know.
I didn't want to, PlayStation. I wanted to play the game. I wanted to play my video game.
Ravage them.
I wish we still had a mask in all of our
I'm
outfits.
destroying this man
We
right
really
now.
are.
I don't think he was ready for this fight.
He was not. And it made Futaba
Something-
feel really good. 22,000 yen.
This man just gave us 2,000 money. $2,000 for that fight.
Seriously?
So is the screenshot related to a trophy you got? Probably.
God.
The game likes games like to take pictures anytime that the
Big thing now.
games like to take screenshots anytime you get like a trophy because they
Okay.
want to like commemorate the moment.
Yeah.
But this game
one
like
doesn't
barely
allow
lets you do
you.
any amount of screen capturing.
I'm
Which is
so
why we have to go through the
embarrassed.
back door. You gotta take the cheater's way.
That one's just one for us.
That was a joke for Paladin.
That one's just for us.
That was just for Paladin.
Everyone who thought I was worthless started being jealous of me. Couldn't forget that feeling. Made me feel like I was smart and competent, like Wakaba. That's pretty stupid. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But maybe I've realized that too late. Futaba, I'm sorry. Forgive me, Wakaba. Shing, sparkle, sparkle. Steel. The Vinsha Saber.
Nice.
Now he won't sue anyone, right? Sojido's safe now. You, Ishiki, seems to have changed a heart. I should check on Sojido. Quest complete. Hidden Mickey. I still really like that one picture I have of me doing that to the Hidden Mickey.
Yes,
You're
it's
back.
pretty cute.
Can I ask your help today? You're not to blame. I'll chase out anyone who says otherwise. I think my bond with Sojido will grow stronger soon.
Hell yes.
Help him out.
Thanks.
I'm letting you handle today's curry.
Uh-oh.
That is a strong trust bonding moment right there. Sorry, we're closed for Sojido Sakura, I presume? I apologize for coming in so late. We're investigators from the Domestic Affairs Court. We received a report that one of your customers was assaulted by the probationer residing here. Moreover, this report stated that you are abusing your child, Futaba-san. We didn't make it. Uncle sent his report to the police before we could make him have a change of heart. However, the anonymity of the report has led us to question the validity of the content. May we have a word? Fine by me. I've got nothing to hide. Please, take a seat. So you're telling me the report was falsified?
Yeah.
It's true that Futaba was living as a shut-in, but she overcame that weakness under her own power. And I would never abuse her. She's like a daughter to me.
I mean, she is your daughter by marriage.
And what about the assault claim? His criminal record points to a history of such violence.
That's not true.
You're wrong. The kid never laid a finger on that guy. He just stood in the way to try to protect Futaba. To be honest, Buffalo-kun, we looked into your current reputation in school, and it seems there have been no issues whatsoever. Now then, it's our job to make sure children like you are safe. How is it, living with Sakura-san? Please, you can be honest. That's great. Well, there you have it.
He is a bit of a nag, though.
He is a bit of a nag, but I'm not going to say that to fucking officials who might take any joke as reality.
That is fair and valid.
I know how to fucking talk to a cop. And what do you think, Futaba-san?
I don't answer questions.
I'm okay. I couldn't go out for a while, but everyone helped me get better. I'm not afraid anymore. That's why I'm really happy living with my dad. Futaba. I see. It's quite obvious there was no truth in the report we received. I don't think we need to schedule any additional check-ins for Buffalo-kun either. You sure about this? They wouldn't have been able to answer so genuinely if they were trying to trick us. Besides, meeting them only served to reaffirm my suspicions. These children are the real victims here.
Yeah.
The truth of these things will be clear to you once you're a little more experienced. Anyway, thank you for your cooperation. We'll see ourselves out.
Yay!
Sojido, we did it!
You still
Sojido? Great daughter. It's not just her, idiot.
You have a great son, too.
There's another pretty important person living here, too. Yeah, he's talking about you, Zesty. It's because you punks just had to go and say all that cheesy stuff.
Hug him.
It wasn't cheesy, it was the truth. Anyways, I hunger. Give me curry. So much for sentimental moments.
What a mood in me.
All right, sit your butts down. This is where you two belong. Come on, Zesty, it's time to eat. I think my bond with Sojiro will grow deeper.
Yay. So happy.
Curry tips allows you to create curry that moderately restores SP to all allies.
Nice.
That's a good SP item.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, now I've gained curry tips from Sojiro. Oh, and Futaba, what you said before, when you called me your dad. Do you think you could say that again? Sorry, I didn't catch that. My stomach was too grumbly. What'd you say? Oh, never mind.
I fully expected a, what'd you say, Dad?
You could think of me as your dad. That's one of my favorite, like, things is, like, sort of the placating look of, like, you could think of me as your dad? Like, yeah, sure thing, Frank. Are you busy? It's 9:22. Do we want to keep playing? I'm having fun, but I don't know if you are.
Let's keep playing. Be fine.
I'm having fun.
Good.
I don't have work in the morning either, so
I
like
do.
I'm okay to keep playing.
I do.
Let's hang out with Arcade Kid. Maybe we'll get new gun abilities. Made a snowman at school today. I'll show you next time. Well, I guess it'll probably melt. Want to try it again today? I think my bond will deepen quite just yet. Tech bond.
All right.
Use the Tower Arcana. Oh, but it costs some money to come here.
It does.
Damn, whatever. Wait, can we hang out with fucking, girl?
Which girl?
Makoto. Don't run into anyone from Shujin Academy. Let's be discreet as possible. Oh, have you decided on our plans for today? Let's hang out. At a time like this, isn't it dangerous for you to be outside? They might find you. You'll be
I
fine.
see.
Well, I suppose it should be okay as long as you keep a low profile. Hey, you have some time to talk about Aiko's boyfriend? I feel like I've become closer with Makoto thanks to my persona. I feel like my bond will grow stronger soon.
Let's do it.
Nobody thinks you're alive at this point, so it should be okay as long as you're careful. So, what's it going to be? You want to hang out with Makoto? Hang out with Makoto.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's meet in the student council room. You can take the back entrance into the school. Now that we've passed White Day and we don't have to worry about it, let's absolutely double date Makoto and our teacher.
If we're gonna double date someone, we should have double dated Punk Rock Doc.
But we got her ranked too. We got her ranked too early. We
did.
got her ranked before White Day.
Yeah.
Aiko's boyfriend, Tsukasa, has been sending me a lot of text recently. His days and nights are reversed due to his work, so he often sends me a good morning late at night. Aiko know about this? I'm not sure. I'd definitely tell Aiko if he asked me on a date. But for now, things are generally pretty normal. Mostly messages like, how's your BF, and hope you had a great day today. Do you think their relationship could actually be serious? Was I just biased to think that all he wants from Aiko is her money? He's definitely suspicious.
He is
Yes.
suspicious, but I like to think he's trying to win her over because she's the best friend. I want to think that.
Based on how these fucking things work, I don't think that's the case.
That's fair.
There's gotta be
However,
somebody
I'm
at the
still
end of
trying
this-
to win over your best friends.
There's-
They like me, but I'm still trying.
I hope that's not the only reason you talk to my best friends.
I mean, I like them, but I'm still trying to make them like me more.
They like you.
Not enough.
I mean, you know it would help with that, right?
What?
Video games.
Oh, fair. That's hard. expensive. I already spent all my money on cosplay.
You don't have to spend any money on video games. Talk to them about Pokemon.
Oh, that's fair.
You realize that Nathan was actually a like regional Pokemon champion, right?
Really? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Talk to him about Pokemon.
Very cool.
You like Pokemon. He likes
I
Pokemon.
do.
Talk about Pokemon.
I don't know a lot about Pokemon, though.
Then let him talk.
That's fair.
If there's one thing that I know about my group of friends, it's that they fucking love to talk about the things they're passionate
They do.
about. Just like me.
You do.
Just like me.
You talked to me about that book last night for 30 minutes. Or the night before, whenever.
But you enjoyed
did.
listening to the
I
bullshit
did.
that I was
I
spewing.
do. Every time you spew bullshit, it's at least half an hour, and it's miraculous. It's magical.
Well, because it's the greatest thing. Well, it's not the greatest thing, but I think that me describing the plot to whatever I might be viewing or reading or doing is hilarious because
It is.
I do my best to skip over like
The shitty stuff.
the mundane parts of it, and I just want it to be the bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, it does sound like a TV show, a lying host that tricks women into debt, then forces them to sell their bodies. But these kinds of things exist in reality as well. Immoral hosts, human trafficking rings. My father even mentioned to me about gangs of men that look specifically for depressed women in Shinjuku.
It seems.
They take advantage of the loneliness of those girls feel to force them into horribly abusive situations. Then after ensuring the girls are buried in crippling debt, they make them sell their bodies to pay it off. There are other ways they force girls into it as well. Blackmail, illegal immigration. There are countless victims of schemes like that. Countless gangs as well. My father was going after a particular notorious one when...
He died.
It's a very serious thing, paranoia. Nobody should be forced into literally anything.
Yeah.
Unless they have done something straight up illegal.
You should be forced into jail if you've been doing bad things, but like
But this
shit
is...
like this.
Yeah. You should never be forced to do something illegally.
Yeah.
In the course of his investigation, he was hit by an errant truck. The impact killed him instantly. At first, it was thought to be an accident, but at the funeral, I overheard my father's supervisor speaking with my sister. He was saying my father had likely been assassinated. They suspected that the gang he was investigating hired the driver. Gang was it? I don't know. The driver died on impact as well, but apparently they found drugs in his bloodstream. Either way, that gang has been pushed back into the shadows thanks to the Shinjuku cleanup operation. I'm not sure any of that would have happened if not for the incident with my father. Noble man. He truly was, wasn't he? I wish I could be a little bit more like him, myself. Instead, I've just been hesitant. That's actually why my sister became a prosecutor to begin with. She couldn't stand by and watch as evil prevailed over justice. That passion undoubtedly came from our father. Mother passed away many years back, so when father was killed, we had to survive on our own. Responsibility, the pressure of that all fell on my sister. Because of that, she can't help but talk down on our father at times. She says death is no different than surrender. But I still look up to him. I was often lonely because of how much time he spent at work, but seeing him tirelessly pursue one case after the next was nothing short of incredible. This is how my father chose to live his life, trying to bring justice and order to the world around him. Admirable.
Yes.
Come to think of it, there was something he used to say to me all the time. The most important part of your life is how you choose to live it. How have I chosen to live? More importantly, how do I want to live? Do you have an answer?
Yes.
Just one. That is, I've never put any thought into the matter before. To be honest, I've been determined to follow the path my sister laid for me. After my father's death, I wanted to lighten the burden on her as much as I possibly could. So I gained gravity powers and joined an elite school of superheroes. You like that one?
What?
We were supposed to be talking about Aiko here. Sorry for going off topic.
Actually...
You know, I've never actually talked to anyone about my father. It's such a painful memory to look back on. But I feel comfortable discussing it with you. Just noticed some responses give you 2 musical notes instead of 3. Yeah, you can get 1, you can get 0, 1, 2, or 3.
Thank you very much.
This is a deep bond of trust from Makoto. Rank 7, Shadow Factorization. I'm gonna sneeze. Gonna sneeze? Ah! What year is it?
2022, you've been out for a while.
Okay, let's get back to it. Ah, fuck, my bill hasn't been paid in several years. How is the electricity still on?
I barricaded the door and jimmied the wires.
Fair enough. Good job. Powerful sneezes. Very powerful sneezes. I sneeze a minimum of 3 times every time I sneeze. Allows you to see null, repel, and drain when highlighting a target in battle.
Very
That's
cool.
really fucking useful.
Yeah, it is.
That lets me know definitely what not to use during a fight.
Amazing.
Beep, 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 beep. Oh, it's Aiko. Gloating again. Maybe I'll, like, skip college and just get married to Tsukasa instead. Guess she's choosing how she wants to live, too. As long as she's sure she'll be happy. Oh, another message, huh? You serious about Buffalo-kun? Want to have a double wedding?
That's kind of cute.
I'm game if you are. Don't be ridiculous. Couldn't even begin to think about marriage at this point in my life. By the way, can you keep pretending to be my boyfriend for a bit longer? That's the best method I have of keeping tabs on Aiko and Tsukasa. At any rate, thanks for listening to me today. I'll let you know if anything urgent comes up.
You think our
All right,
girlfriend would
then.
ever break up with us in this game? Outside of the White Day incident?
I don't think it's physically possible outside of the White Day incident. Catchy as Bay. Alright, I think that's a good stopping point. It's 9:30.
That's fair.
9:33.
Yet we're at 2 hours, so...
Ah, you're back.
New move assistance. Decide later.
I should write something.
We should
Man,
write something.
You left this girl on... You didn't even leave this girl on red. You left this girl on unread for 2 days. Go back. Fucking Oya, you left her on red for a whole day, or unread for a whole day.
I'm dead. She doesn't deserve to know that I'm alive.
We hung out with her recently.
Alright, that's gonna be the end of this. Thank you everybody who came out to today's stream. I've been Paladin Null. This has been CPQ.
Hi.
This has been Persona 5. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And as always, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.